people even buy physical anymore. I do. I do. For all of my Nintendo stuff, if there's a game that I really like, it's from an IP that is like nostalgic and I really love, I will, be a collector for a moment and I will buy the physical. I don't do it for all of them. So if I look over at my shelf, I have way more like older games than newer ones. I don't really have that many physical Switch games. But, yeah, Pikmin, right? Pikmin 4 came out and I was like, "Oh, I'm buying Pikmin 4 physical. I'm not buying digital." There will be times where to stream a thing, I will be sent a key and I'll still buy the physical one later because I want to own it, But I also just, don't want there to ever be a time where for some reason I can't play the game because I don't physically own it, because it's very far in the future and maybe it's not preserved very well or whatever. I do think they're doing a better job of trying to preserve games. Switch has been allowing Switch Online members to play older emulated games on their consoles. That's good, but not every game is going to end up on there because of, who published what, who owns what IP, all of that. So, if I really, really, really like something, I'll just buy it. I do the same thing with books, where I have a Kindle and I read digital, but if it's a series that I really love, an author that I really love, there's a chance I'll just buy the physical one. So, that's just how I do it. That's just how I do it. You buy physical for gifts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too. Because there's nothing better than, like, ripping the package open. You're like, oh my god, the new copy of the game. It just, it's the best. It's the best. Physical games are just a license too. Technically, it's not likely anyone could stop you from playing it. Yeah, I like to physically own it. Like, let's say in the future, for some reason, something goes wrong with my Switch. And let's say for some reason, Nintendo doesn't let you re-download all of your digital versions of your games to a new Switch because it's a bajillion years in the future. Well, if I had a physical cartridge and a Switch that turned on, it wouldn't matter because I would have the cartridge. But, you don't know how things are going to be preserved with time. So, because of that, I just feel more comfortable if it's a game that I like really love and I might want to replay in the future. I like to get the physical one. But it depends. It depends. It's already a problem, game preservation. Oh, for sure. I know there are more projects and things nowadays, more conversations being opened about how to preserve games and archive them so they're not lost, which honestly is great because, emulators get shot down. People uploading games to the internet, they get shot down. Some older games really are just not even available like that. You just can't even play them. It's tough. There have been people trying to get things uploaded to some sort of platform where they can be redistributed. So color me surprised when one of my most favorite, like, really, really old games called Vangers gets put on Steam. I was like, what? You're telling me I could just buy Vangers today and play it? I was shocked because that's a game that was really obscure. Not that many people played it. Only reason a lot of people know about it nowadays is because some dude made a video on it, and it was, what is his name? He got like at least 1 million views on it, I want to say, or something like that. He got a lot of views, and people were like, oh, this game's cool. I now know what this game is, and we'll talk about it. But, back in my day, I just, like, never dealt with people that knew what this game was, and the only way for me to really play it was to go try to find some sketchy-ass download of it, or pull out my CD from 1998 that I have, So, like, that's a game that, had no one uploaded any version of it to the internet, it would have really easily been lost. So, I don't know. Art style is ew, yet I'm pulled in by it. The art style is ew because it was one of the first games that was, like just all voxels. And it was really cool. There were other games that did this, but not in the way they did. I don't know. It was just cool. It was cool, and that's why it looked gross, because it was with voxels. And it was neat. It was neat. But games like this, like, the fact that it's on Steam means I could tell a friend about some weird game I played way back in the day. And then I could be like, yeah, it's on Steam if you want to play it. It's like $6-7, And I really like being able to do that. So I just hope more games will be with publishers or publishers that maybe currently own rights to games or whatever will just allow their old shit to get thrown on Steam. I would really like that. I don't know. want to say it's the same case with Kingsfield. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that, you know? It'd be nice to see it. Because, you know, some of these, yeah, you can emulate them. Someone has uploaded files somewhere, but should that site get taken down or whatever because they're not supposed to do that, then, you know, how the hell would you play it? So, we'll see. We'll see. They did Tactics to PSP already and Vita. Yeah, yeah, I want things to always be, like, playable in a modern format easily. You know, I don't want anyone to have to go back to a slightly older console to play something older than that, even, right? I think they just need to work on systemizing it. I think Xbox with Game Pass kind of has that going on because you can play shit on your PC. You can buy an old game that's a 360 game, and it's like within your library there. And they've sort of centralized that across their generations of gaming, right? They're working on that. I feel like everyone else should try to do the same. You know, we'll see. I always say the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 was a beautiful romance between two men. It was so gorgeous, and then they kissed at the end.